Easy smartphone filming tips for 50 plus creators. Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're diving into something that's going to completely transform how you create content with just the device that's probably sitting right next to you right now, your smartphone. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm over 50, I didn't grow up with this technology, and all these young creators seem to have some secret formula I just don't understand. Well, let me tell you something that might surprise you. Some of the most successful content creators I know are over 50, and they're absolutely crushing it with nothing more than their smartphone and the wisdom that comes with life experience. You see, there's this misconception in the content creation world that you need to be young, tech-savvy, and equipped with thousands of dollars worth of equipment to make it on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. But here's the truth that the industry doesn't want you to know. Authenticity beats production value every single time. And guess what? Authenticity is something that comes with age, with experience, with having lived through real challenges and real triumphs. Today, I'm going to share with you 20 game-changing smartphone filming tips that are specifically designed for creators who bring maturity, authenticity, and real-world experience to their content. These aren't just technical tips. They're strategies that will help you leverage your unique perspective and create videos that younger creators simply cannot replicate. But before we dive in, I want you to do me a favor. Think about the last time you watched a video that really moved you, that made you feel something deep in your chest. I guarantee it wasn't because of fancy equipment or perfect lighting. It was because someone shared their authentic story, their real experience, their genuine wisdom. That's exactly what you have to offer, and I'm going to show you how to capture it beautifully with your smartphone. Let me share a quick story with you. Last month, I received an email from a 62-year-old woman named Margaret. She told me she'd been watching YouTube videos for years, always thinking she had something valuable to share, but convinced she was too old to start creating content. After following some basic smartphone filming principles, she started a channel about gardening wisdom passed down through generations. Within 3 months, she had over 50,000 subscribers. The secret wasn't expensive equipment or fancy editing. It was her authentic voice and decades of real experience. Let's start with tip number 1, and this one is absolutely crucial. Understanding that your smartphone is already more powerful than cameras that cost thousands of dollars just a few years ago. The iPhone in your pocket has better video quality than what Steven Spielberg used to make some of his early films. The Samsung Galaxy you're holding can capture footage that would have required a full film crew decades ago. So the first mindset shift we need to make is recognizing that you already have professional-grade equipment in your hands. Your smartphone is designed to be intuitive. Unlike complex camera systems that require extensive technical knowledge, your phone's camera app is built for everyday people to create beautiful content. The engineers who designed these devices spent millions of dollars making sure that anyone, regardless of their technical background, could pick up the device and start creating immediately. Tip number 2 is all about lighting, and here's where your life experience gives you a massive advantage. You understand natural light because you've lived through decades of sunrises and sunsets. You know how light changes throughout the day, how it affects mood, how it makes people feel. The golden hour, that magical time just after sunrise and just before sunset, isn't just a photography term, it's something you've experienced thousands of times. Position yourself facing a window during these times, and you'll get lighting that would cost thousands of dollars to recreate in a studio. Here's a lighting trick that most people don't know. If you're filming on a cloudy day, you actually have perfect lighting conditions. Clouds act as a massive natural softbox, diffusing the sunlight and creating even, flattering illumination. Don't wait for sunny days to film. Embrace those overcast conditions because they're giving you professional quality lighting for free. Now, tip number 3 might surprise you. Embrace the imperfections. Younger creators often obsess over having everything perfect, but you have something they don't. The wisdom to know that authenticity trumps perfection every single time. That slight shake in your hand, it adds humanity. That moment when you pause to collect your thoughts, it creates connection. Your viewers don't want a polished robot. They want the real you with all your beautiful imperfections. However, there's a difference between authentic imperfection and technical problems that distract from your message. A slight handshake is human and relatable. A video that's so shaky it makes people dizzy is a technical issue that needs to be addressed. The key is finding that sweet spot where you're being authentically yourself while still delivering a comfortable viewing experience. Tip number 4 is about audio, and this is where many creators fail. Your smartphone's built-in microphone is actually quite good, but here's the secret. Get close to it. Really close. The difference between good audio and great audio often comes down to proximity. Hold your phone about arm's length away, speak directly toward it, and you'll be amazed at how professional you sound. If you're in a noisy environment, cup your hand slightly around the microphone area. This simple trick can dramatically improve your audio quality. Here's another audio tip that can transform your content. Record in smaller rooms rather than large open spaces. Large rooms create echo and make your voice sound distant. A smaller room like a bedroom or home office will give you much warmer, more intimate audio that draws viewers in. Let's talk about tip number 5, the power of storytelling through your unique lens. You've lived through decades that younger creators have only read about in history books. You've experienced technological revolutions, social changes, economic shifts. These aren't just memories, they're content goldmines. When you're filming, don't just share information. Share your perspective on how things have changed, what you've learned, what wisdom you've gained. This is content that literally cannot be replicated by someone half your age. Tip number 6 is about stability, and I'm not talking about expensive gimbals or tripods. I'm talking about using your body as a natural stabilizer. Plant your feet shoulder width apart, tuck your elbows against your sides, and breathe steadily. Your years of life experience have given you better body awareness than most young creators realize. Use that stability, that groundedness that comes with maturity. Before you start recording, take 3 deep breaths and consciously relax your shoulders. Tension in your shoulders translates to tension in your voice and your overall presence. Those 3 deep breaths will center you and help you project the natural confidence that comes with your life experience. Now, tip number 7 is going to save you hours of frustration. Learn your phone's native camera app inside and out before you download anything else. Every smartphone comes with incredibly powerful built-in camera features that most people never explore. Spend 30 minutes going through every setting, every mode, every option. That time investment will pay dividends in every video you create going forward. Most people use about 10% of their smartphone camera's capabilities. There are manual controls for exposure, focus, and white balance that can dramatically improve your video quality. Take the time to experiment with these features when you're not recording important content. Tip number 8 is about framing, and here's where your life experience with photography gives you an advantage. You understand composition instinctively. You know that centering yourself in the frame creates intimacy, that leaving some space above your head looks more professional, that the background should complement, not compete with, your message. Trust those instincts you've developed over decades. The rule of thirds applies here. Imagine your screen divided into 9 equal sections. Positioning your eyes along the upper horizontal line creates a more visually appealing composition than centering yourself perfectly in the frame. Let's dive into tip number 9, the power of the pause. Younger creators often feel like they need to fill every second with words, but you understand the power of silence, of letting a moment breathe. When you're filming, don't be afraid to pause, to let your words sink in, to give your viewers a moment to process what you've shared. These pauses aren't mistakes, they're powerful tools that create emphasis and connection. After making an important point, pause for 2 to 3 seconds before continuing. This gives your viewers time to absorb what you've said and signals that what you just shared was significant. Tip number 10 is about leveraging your smartphone's portrait mode or background blur feature. This professional technique, called shallow depth of field, helps separate you from your background and creates a more cinematic look. Most smartphones now have this feature built in, and it can instantly make your videos look more professional without any additional equipment. Portrait mode works best when there's some distance between you and your background. Position yourself at least 3 to 4 feet away from your background for the best results. Now, tip number 11 might be the most important one for creators over 50. Film in good light, but don't chase perfect light. You've learned through life that waiting for perfect conditions often means missing opportunities entirely. The same applies to filming. Good natural light from a window is infinitely better than perfect artificial light that you never actually use because you're waiting for the right moment. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Set a standard for good enough lighting and stick to it. Maybe that's filming near a window during daylight hours or setting up a simple lamp setup that you can use consistently. The key is creating a system that you can replicate easily. Tip number 12 is about the power of your voice, and I mean this literally. Your voice has character, depth, and authority that comes from decades of experience. Don't try to sound like a 20-something YouTuber. Embrace the richness, the gravitas, the authenticity of your natural speaking voice. Speak at your natural pace, use your natural inflections, and trust that your voice carries weight because of everything you've experienced. Before recording, do some simple vocal warm-ups. Hum for 30 seconds, then say ma, may, my, mo, mu several times, then read a paragraph out loud. This prepares your voice for recording and helps you sound more clear and confident. Let's talk about tip number 13, the importance of having a clean, simple background. You don't need fancy sets or expensive backdrops. A plain wall, a bookshelf, or even just a tidy corner of your home can create a professional-looking background. The key is simplicity and consistency. Your viewers should be focused on you and your message, not distracted by clutter or chaos behind you. Think strategically about your background choice because it's actually communicating something about you. A bookshelf suggests intelligence and learning. A clean, minimalist background suggests focus and professionalism. Choose a background that aligns with the message you want to send. Tip number 14 is about using your smartphone's timer function strategically. Set up your shot, start the timer, and then settle into your natural posture and expression. This eliminates the awkwardness of reaching for the phone to start and stop recording, and it gives you a moment to compose yourself before you begin speaking. Set the timer for 5 to 10 seconds, press start, then use those seconds to take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and mentally prepare your opening line. This small buffer creates a more professional, polished start to your videos. Now, tip number 15 is something that younger creators often struggle with, but comes naturally to people with life experience: knowing when to stop talking. You understand that sometimes less is more, that making your point clearly and concisely is more powerful than rambling on. When you've said what you need to say, stop. Your viewers will appreciate your respect for their time. Before you start recording, have a clear outline of the main points you want to cover. This helps you stay focused and avoid rambling. If you find yourself going off on tangents during recording, pause, collect your thoughts, and get back on track. Tip number 16 is about embracing natural movement. You don't need to be perfectly still like a statue. Natural hand gestures, slight movements, even walking while talking can add energy and authenticity to your videos. Your decades of life experience have given you natural, confident body language. Use it. Let your personality shine through your physical presence. Your movements should feel natural and purposeful, not forced or exaggerated. Think about how you naturally move when you're having an engaging conversation with a friend. These same natural movements will make your videos more engaging. Let's discuss tip number 17, the power of direct eye contact with the camera. This might feel awkward at first, but you have an advantage here. You've spent decades having meaningful conversations, looking people in the eye, connecting on a human level. Treat the camera lens like the eye of a friend you're having a conversation with. This creates an immediate sense of intimacy and connection. If you're struggling with camera eye contact, place a small arrow or dot just above your camera lens. This gives you a specific point to focus on and helps ensure that you're looking directly into the lens. Tip number 18 is about lighting your face evenly. The easiest way to do this is to face a large window or glass door during the day. The soft, diffused light will eliminate harsh shadows and give you that professional, even lighting that makes everyone look their best. If you're filming in the evening, position a lamp with a white bulb behind your phone, shining toward your face. Avoid overhead lighting like ceiling fixtures when possible. This type of lighting creates unflattering shadows under your eyes. Side lighting or front lighting is much more flattering and professional looking. Tip number 19 might be the most practical. Always film horizontally unless you're specifically creating content for platforms that favor vertical video. Your smartphone wants to be held vertically, but horizontal video looks more professional and works better across most platforms. Make this a habit, and your videos will immediately look more polished. If you're not sure which orientation to use, film horizontally. You can always crop horizontal video to vertical if needed, but you can't add width to vertical video to make it horizontal. And finally, tip number 20, the most important tip of all. Remember that your age is not a limitation, it's your greatest asset. You bring perspective, wisdom, authenticity, and life experience that younger creators simply cannot offer. Your stories matter, your insights are valuable, and your voice deserves to be heard. Don't try to be someone you're not. Be authentically, unapologetically yourself, because that's exactly what the world needs more of. The content creation landscape is hungry for authentic voices, for real experience, for the kind of wisdom that only comes with having lived through decades of change and growth. You have something unique to offer that no amount of fancy equipment or technical skill can replicate. Now, I want to leave you with this thought. Every single day, millions of people are searching for content that speaks to their experience, their challenges, their stage of life. They're looking for creators who understand what it's like to have lived through decades of change, who can offer perspective that only comes with time and experience. That's you. That's your opportunity. That's your moment. Your smartphone isn't just a device. It's your gateway to sharing your unique voice with the world. These 20 tips aren't just technical advice. They're your roadmap to creating content that matters, that connects, that makes a difference in people's lives. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick up your smartphone, find a spot with good natural light, and record a 2-minute video introducing yourself and sharing one piece of wisdom you've learned in your life. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about being perfect. Just be authentically you. Then, if you're feeling brave, share it in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I'd love to see what you create. Remember, the world needs your voice, your perspective, your wisdom. Your smartphone is just the tool. You are the magic. Now go out there and start creating content that only you can make, because there's an audience waiting for exactly what you have to offer. Thank you so much for watching today. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content creation tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep creating, keep sharing your story, and remember, your best content is yet to come.